There it is. It's bonus day, everybody. It's Friday, and that means an extra hour of me and Scott. And because we can't do it all alone, we brought in another guy. Welcome back to the show. This is the NASCAR edition of Heading Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. Of course, I'm Scott Steen, lead handicapper at Winners and Winers. He's Scott Reichel, senior handicapper at Winners and Winers. And we're joined by the one, the only, the king of all parlays. Everyone bow down to this man. He has been hotter than a $2 pistol. It is the one and only Chris King. What's up, buddy?
Not much. What's going on with you guys?
Nothing. Which is a shame none of us could translate our decent basketball performances or extraordinary basketball performances, depending on who you're talking to, into any kind of NASCAR last week, because we were.
I don't know what you're talking about. I took a nap on Sunday. There was a race last week.
My
when
goodness,
did this happen?
we were looking so good with 2 laps to go before that caution came. We weren't gonna catch him for the money, but man, we had 2 guys there in the top 5.
Well, my matchup's the real one that got shot there with Truex against Byron.
Yeah,
that caution absolutely killed me.
It's a clean sweep, boys. As you saw on the sheet I sent, I do red and green. Ain't no green on there for anybody. So
I thought
it was a bad week.
I thought you accidentally cut yourself while you were filling out the paperwork. There's a lot of red on the page.
So just to recap, because that's what we got to do. Scott and
can we just say recap? It was bad, and that was it.
Yeah, let's just not go through the details. You can go through the scores, but
I can tell you that Blaney crashed out in a hurry. Hamlin blew a transmission, and that wiped me out completely.
The following are a list of drivers who were extremely disappointing last week: Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano. And that's it. We doubled down on some of the other ones. So and
I'm sure there were some other guys that were disappointed too, but we just didn't talk about them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other guys that sucked, but those guys in particular were extremely sucky. So, hey man, it's a new week, it's a new track, it's a new state, new city. Heading to the desert. Gonna have all that sand tearing up those tires, and that's exactly what happens as we head to Phoenix for the what is it? Oh, it's the roof. Anybody got it?
I don't even know how you pronounce that.
It's the Ruoff Mortgage 500.
It is Ruoff Mortgage, isn't it?
I believe so.
Chris, you remember Phil Ruoff? You too old for that? You too young for that? Phil Ruoff, catcher for the A's?
Oh, okay, yeah.
About the time they moved from Kansas City out to Oakland, right around that time period. So
back in the Charlie Finley days.
Back in the Charlie Finley days. That is exactly correct, sir. So, let's do it, boys. Let's get her started. Just a quick reminder of the format for everybody. Each of us will pick 3 drivers. We will pick a driver that we expect to contend for the victory. We will pick a driver that we expect to contend to be a top 5 finisher. And we will pick a driver that we think has a great shot at finishing in the top 10. We call them our short, mids, and long shots. And
we'll also pick a driver that we hope will not kill anybody or, try and crash somebody else out during the course of the track.
I need to start taking Recce Spinhouse, man.
I was going to say, it's funny you mentioned that last point, Chris, because I've officially kind of written off Keselowski for the rest of the season.
No more BK for you, buddy? You had your fill of BK?
I'm done. I'm done. I was wondering why he was constantly at 30-1. I don't know if he forgot how to drive or something, but the new cars, it's not translating well for Keselowski.
It's not BK's friend, is it? Not at all. He was a lot better than that Deuce. So the way we break,
I don't know if you guys saw how condensed this schedule is for this weekend, but they've run Xfinity qualifying from like 12:30 to 1:15, and then they're going to have Cup practice, and then they're going to have Cup qualifying from like 2 to 3:30, and then they're going to have the Xfinity race tomorrow at 4:30.
They did that same schedule last week where they ran everything on Saturday
for a giant cluster.
I don't understand. That was one of the. I always love to go out because I told you guys for the first couple of years I was hooked up with a guy that had a suite. His dad had the beer distributorship, so I was like a hanger-on of a hanger-on. But after that, my son and I really enjoyed it. I'd take him out of school and we'd go out and watch qualifying all day Friday. Practice and qualifying. They do both series qualifying. They do both series practice. And it was a lot of fun. It was a whole day. And I don't know why with NASCAR hurting for attendance. I guess because nobody's coming. I guess nobody's coming to qualifying anymore. But, it was new to us and it was a lot of fun. So the way we're doing it, the numbers kind of vary just how they're grouped every week. So this week, our favorites will be in the plus 400 to plus 900 range. This is, by the way, I'm using the place if you like to bet online. It's that place. William Byron is the first of the mids, and that goes through. What did we say? Eric Almirola at 25, and then everybody else is 40 to 1 or better, and that's a long shot. So,
yeah.
All right, there you go, guys. And is our tradition?
Oh, really? Because I was just looking. DraftKings had Keselowski at plus 3,000. I don't know where he is on Bet Online.
I think we can agree that anything from like 14 to 25 will count as mid, and anything above can be a long shot. We'll go that way.
Yep, very good. Very good. And, of course, you get reverse points for the order of finish. So depending on how many starters there are, let's say there's 40 starters. That probably won't be quite that many. But so that means if you finish in first, you get 40 points. If you finish in 40th, you get 1 point, et cetera, et cetera. And there's bonus multipliers. If if your favorite wins, you get nothing extra. But if you're one of your mid wins guys, you get 2x times the finish. Long shots 3x. So anyway, there you go.
Now, Scott, you're not doing the stages and all that stuff too, are you?
I'm not smart enough
I
to
didn't
do
think
stages.
you were, but I just wanted to verify.
No, I'm not doing stages. And then we will also pick our favorite matchup of the week and share any kind of props that stand out to us, things like that for unofficial plays. So, any questions before we get started?
Just what's the overall point standings right now?
Oh, very good, Scott. It's funny you would want to mention that. I didn't hear you jumping to mention that last week, but
Yeah.
Chris took a little bit of a beating last week.
Yep. Thanks to Hamlin and Blaney.
Yeah, Chris. Scott and I each had 87 points, which is no surprising because we had a lot of the same picks.
No, we had the same picks.
Yeah,
that's right. We had the
exact
same
three.
picks. That's right.
We had the same score. Yeah.
So Chris had 22. Not the best day.
No, but can't do much when
you
Blaney
can't.
wiped out. It was very early in the race.
Your main two horses died, so it's not really your fault.
Exactly.
And Hamlin had led a bunch of laps before that too.
And as far as our money goes, we were I was minus 425, Rachel was minus 400, Chris was minus 405.
Yeah, first
And
place.
We could have all made money. Well, at least Scott and I could have made money if just the last two laps would have gone differently. But anyway,
I would have made money.
I just need one of these. We just need a win, boys. We just need a win.
Alternative universe.
Absolutely. So let's get rolling. Hey, let's check in the comment section. There you go. I had to go to Rachel's to see the unit breakdown. We had me super confused.
I'm going to keep doing that, so it's fine.
All right, very good. JC Stone.
You're just going to keep people super confused?
No, I'm going to keep posting it on Twitter to help people's confusion.
Funny how cautions rarely benefit your wager. Yeah, it's like overtime when that's exactly right. I bet
kind of like when Blaney didn't win Daytona because of the caution, and then
you can argue it's a conspiracy, but in college basketball, you'll notice that a lot more games feel like they go to overtime when you have the under than when you have the over.
Agreed.
You have that feeling?
Hey, JC Stone, if we wanted to steal that for the unofficial name of our show, could we? Anybody else? You guys like Left Turn Mania?
Works for me.
Yeah, it's fitting.
I love it. I love it. So that's fantastic, dude. So hopefully he'll let us steal that, or we'll forget this conversation ever happened.
Well, let's say that we came up with it.
We would never do anything like that. Here we go. I will kick off. I have no idea why. We ought to do losers walk, huh?
Then I'll let Chris go first. Then.
All right, there you go. Chris, give us your favorite. Who's your favorite for the week?
I hate to go back to this but if there's a guy that's raced well at Phoenix in his career, it's Denny Hamlin. I know he's only won here twice, but in his last 6 runs, he has a win, 3 top 3s, and 5 top 5s at the track. He's got to bounce back sooner or later. I mean, he's only not finished once in 30-some races here at Phoenix in his career, and that came back in 2005. Oddly enough, in a race where he led 193 laps and then ended up in a crash. I think Hamlin, this is a week where he can finally bounce back. It's the first time he's had 2 DNFs in 3 races to start the year, and I think his entire career. You have to think he's worked in the top 10 in 3 out of the 6 stages they've had this year. And I think this is a time when he actually puts it together all the way through. So I'm going to take Hamlin at, let me see what he's at. Over on DraftKings, they've got him at 800. I don't know if he's different.
Look at the odds. There's a lot of guys who are below 10 to 1.
Actually, DraftKings only has 6.
Well, 6 compared to most races. How many do you usually have? Like 4?
True, that's true. I just didn't know if you guys had more than that or not.
I believe I've got 7. Yeah, I've got 7.
There's a lot of single digit, odds here.
Well, I knew I should have gone first because I've got Hamlin. We're off and running. I've got. Although, if you look at the list, here's your choices. All right, you got Larson, Kyle Busch, Elliott, Truex, Hamlin, Logano, Blaney. So
yeah, see, I've got Blaney at plus 12.
Okay, for starters, like almost half the guys on the list have already fucked me. So they're not dead to me, but they're wounded right now. By the way, JC Stone says take the name, so we're taking the name. Beautiful, thank you, man. Larson and Bowman both top 5 plus 475 on BetMGM.
Bowman has not really been great here in the past.
He was good last week, though.
Last week he was, but.
I know.
I'm just saying his track record here is usually mid-teens. Usually.
And to quote Foreigner with their song, that was yesterday, so to speak. But
very good. I thought you were going to say hot-blooded. All right.
No.
Scott?
To Scott's point, he's right. He's in 13 races at Phoenix. Bowman has only finished in the top 10 once.
And you said top 5. So
yeah, he's never finished.
Happened.
His one finish in the top 10 was 6th, and that was in the fall of 2016.
Is he in different equipment this year? You got a new team?
Well, yeah. Then he was driving the 88 car. Now he's got the 48 car.
Yeah, he's driving for Hendrick.
Jimmy Johnson.
He's driving for Hendricks now.
He was driving for Hendrick back then too.
Oh, the 88 was. Dale Jarrett was
Hendricks.
Dale Jarrett was Hendricks car. That's right.
Yeah, he was just one of the secondary guys, and now he's kind of one of the primary guys.
Well. Yeah, I mean the 88 wasn't a secondary car when they won the national championship. But...
No, but I'm saying that they gave him the Jimmy Johnson number, and he's gotten.
It ain't the Wood brothers.
Yeah.
Scott, give us
slamming the Wood brothers. No,
tell us why you got Hamlin.
I don't.
Okay, great.
Mainly because I mentioned the ideal last week, but I know Kyle Busch was okay. I have not been a fan of Joe Gibbs this season. They really have not looked that good. And it seems like Hendricks does have a leg up compared to other teams when it comes to just the actual new equipment and the new cars and everything like that. I think we would all agree.
He's going to go Chase Elliott, isn't he?
No, I'm actually taking Larson at plus 450.
We're going back to Larson. We need to start banning Larson as being an option because every week we hear Larson. It's like Marshall for crying out loud.
See, the thing is,
Larson,
he didn't win. He didn't win last week. Can I really roast him that hard for coming in second? He was in first with half a lap left. He's clearly the best car out there.
But picking Larson is like picking, the Celtics in the 60s.
But I'm looking at a spot where it's plus 450.
What was he last week? He was plus 400, wasn't he?
But I'm asking, if he runs this race 4 times, do I think he wins once? I think the answer is yes. So I think that they're getting value on it because I already mentioned how Hendricks has been the best team this season. He's finished top 7 in each of the last 6 races here. Since February 2019, he's raced here 5 times. He has an average finish of 4.4, which is the lowest out of everybody. I got to go with Larson. I just think he's the best car. He came in second last week, and Hendricks is basically lapping the field out there. So I'm going to go with Larson at plus 450.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to ask, though, do you think if they do this race 4 times, would Larson win once?
No, I think the answer is yes. Right behind him.
He's going the distance. Okay.
Like I said, if you run it 4 times and Keselowski's the car right behind him, no, Larson doesn't win.
It bumping his
because he'll end up in the wall 4 times.
He's bumping his ass to Glendale.
Larson, if they would do the race 4 times, has the best chance of finishing top 5 all 4 times. So he should be in the running late.
JC Stone, not a Larson fan, by the way.
See, I don't care if he cheats or not. Hell, cheating's encouraged. Win the race. I'll worry about the rest after.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, what if he wins the race and then gets disqualified for violating protocols? Then how many points does he get?
I actually think that the bets get... Do the bets get paid? I don't know how long it waits to actually...
No, because they started it last year where they wait till after inspection to pay bets.
Oh, they do?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, so you could be 2 hours.
So,
you're right, theory, Zach. Chevy's been dominating. Scott and I talked about that during the week.
That's why I can't go to Toyota. Gibbs has been getting shelled out there.
Yeah, no. That's
But theoretically, if Larson wins and he gets disqualified, how many points does he get?
He
Zero?
comes in last, so I'd take a 0. And
Yeah.
I'll
And,
take
and they
one.
even ding them. I think they're dinging driver points this year and manufacturer points because it was before owner points as well. Because before they were just doing owner points. I think they're doing.
Then you would get negative 50 points.
Right. You get blasted. It's a bad thing. NASCAR going to find Larson's team rigging his car. He's a punk ass dirt track driver.
See, JC, I can't disagree with you, but he's good. He's very, very good. And if you can make money betting on him, suddenly his personality doesn't seem that bad when you're making money.
I don't want to date him. I just want to back him.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So I'm going to go first in this one because I don't want people like, well, Scott's just taking other people's picks. So I'm going first right here.
Yeah, Scott's taking other people's picks.
See, exactly like that. Did you know that Reichel declared himself the prince of parlays, by the way, because he hit his 4-teamer and everything was minus 2,000?
That would be extra annoying for you.
Yeah, how much money did you make? About $8?
He made well over $30, I think.
Well, in excess of $30. Now, how does that compare to what I put up the other day? What was it again?
I can afford maybe a full gallon of gas in California, maybe.
But
maybe
so you made an excess of $30. What was mine the other day?
I don't know. What was yours? Now
well,
you
56,000.
Did you use all 23 teams, or did you only use 10 of the 23 winners?
There's only 10 in that last.
No, but I'm saying if you included all the picks that actually won, you probably made like $7 million.
I didn't count. I didn't go past those other ones.
We did you 24 or 25. We did you 23 or 24.
We also included the total chaos stuff, which you went 5-0 on.
Yeah.
So you ended up like 23-1, I think.
Yeah.
How'd
your NASCAR?
Which one did I miss? It was probably that stupid Miami game.
No,
you missed Fresno. You had Fresno.
Yeah, San Jose State. How'd your
that stupid game? Yeah.
How'd your NASCAR go last week?
Well,
how many points? How many
balance out? But how did your NASCAR go the first 2 weeks?
I know, but
shots fired.
Oh, I forgot to read overall standings. Because
Reichel jumped in asking what the standings were.
Yeah, Reichel has got an 8-point lead over me. 215, 207, 180.
Well, he just asked if he forgot anything. So I figured if you're going to mention the points, you might as well mention where the standings are.
Hey, you talk about somebody that's hot at a track. I'm going to transition, boys. Give me Kevin Harvick right here at plus 1,800. He's got a top 10.
That's a good pick.
He's got a.
Yeah, I got the same guy.
Fuck off.
I got the same guy.
That's why
I was looking at Harvick too, but
I will
switch it up.
I will stop you though. DraftKings does have 20-1.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take 20-1.
But I got Harvick too.
But he's got the top 10 streak going there. He has been very good. He's like. Unlike a lot of the other guys, he's been good lately. He's been good in the car that he's in. Not the same design, obviously, but the same team, same owner, same crew chief. So consistency is important. I like a guy that has run well. There's 6 top 10s last 6 starts there, and I think it's even longer than that. That's what I'm looking at. That's how far.
Can I interest you in him finishing top 10 in each of his last 17 races on the track?
There you go. I knew it was.
He's finished in the top 10 27 times in 38 races.
I know it was
17
huge.
Straight top 10 finishes on this track.
So he's plus $2,000, and this is also the spot for top 5, and he's 2-1 for a top 5 run. So I'm all about numero cuatro this week.
Yeah, JC, I said that last week. I thought Harvick actually was okay, but a lot of it also has to do with the current arrangement where you only have a certain amount of mid-tier guys available, and with all the guys who are 9-1 or lower this week, Harvick's odds are kind of absurd. Even though you're looking at a situation where I don't think he's the same driver he used to be, the track record is too good to be 20-1.
Oh, okay. And JC, just for the record, I will read the options so you'll know who we had to choose from: Byron, Bell, Harvick, Reddick, Bowman, Almirola, Keselowski, and Kurt Busch.
So go through all of those and tell me there's one that's a better option than Harvick. You probably won't find one.
So,
yeah. If I was going to throw a dart anywhere else, it probably would be at Keselowski.
Actually, I lied. 40-1's a long shot. Keselowski's the first long shot.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, see, on
Almirola.
Again,
so it narrows even more.
3,000, not 4,000.
Okay. All right. Very good. So, you're narrowed down once again to, what, 6 choices there?
You're basically looking at Kurt Busch, Byron, or Harvick. So if I'm going to pick anybody, I'm going to pick Harvick because he's great here.
What's Kurt Busch going off at where you guys are looking?
What's that?
What's Kurt Busch going at where you guys are looking? Because DraftKings has him at 5,000.
I've got 4,000. So just shop your lines, guys.
That was also a long shot. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, okay.
Turn left mania. Yep. Because that's the joke about NASCAR is that's what they do. They turn. You're constantly turning left, and if you watch it,
JC, that's the point.
They
is
are.
that even if you don't think any of them are going to win, we are still picking one of them, and
Yep.
I think Harvick has the best chance to win of all those guys.
Yeah, and we're giving you a chance to make a little
Top
money there.
5.
Top 5. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel, you got Harvick too.
I can't say no. He's
No.
finished top 10 here in 17 straight races. He's won 9 races on this track. I have to take him at 20-1.
You know, and it's a funky track, man. It's so flat. It's so weird that experience there kind of makes a difference. I like it, and it's not a bad trick. It's not a bad track for dirt trackers. Sorry, JC, but if you've got somebody like a Christopher Bell, something like that cut his teeth on these bull rings, these little flat bull rings. They're not doing any slide jobs, of course, but they are running on dirt this year again, aren't they? They're going to turn Bristol to dirt again.
You mentioned the sand with the tires and the desert and everything, and
Right.
the fact that you might need a decent amount of pit strategy.
Yes.
I'll trust Harvick's pit strategy over arguably anybody else's here.
Yep, I agree. I agree with that. And you got to take care of your tires. You got to know when to bring the scuffs, and because it used to be you get unlimited sets, but now you're limited, and you have to be a little more careful with your tires. Chris, what do you got?
Well, I think we're all going to be stuck with Harvick because, like you said, there's not a ton of options out there.
Yeah.
In this bracket, so to speak. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to roll along with that.
Okay.
Wait till we get to the long shots. There's not many pretty options there, but
I've seen some horrible numbers out there.
Yeah, really bad numbers.
All right, so that's it's easy to make the notes. A lot of copying and pasting going on there with our with those picks. All right, so as far as the long shots go, Rachel, I believe this is going to be you, buddy. Which of these you got? Is this Ricky Spinhouse week? Is it BJ McLeod? Who are you looking at here?
It's not BJ McLeod. I was tempted maybe for half
What's your
a
name?
second on
BJ in the Clouds. Well, that sounds delightful.
I was tempted for a second looking up research on Stenhouse, but I ended up coming to my senses. I didn't really like
Allmendinger, right?
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't really like anybody veteran-wise, their numbers as a long shot on this track.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with a youngster that's actually been really good here in the Xfinity series. I'm taking the Daytona kid. I'm taking Austin Cindric at plus 5,000 on DraftKings. He's finished top 2 in each of his last 3 Xfinity races here, and he's finished top 8 in each of his last 7 Xfinity races here. Now, I know, of course, Xfinity, you can't fully compare, and I expect him to look worse against NASCAR quality competition as opposed, but there's really not many great options. I'll take the guy that's shown some sense of comfort here at plus 5,000. Plus, he's already won a race, so I do think he can maybe keep his nerve a little bit down the stretch. I'll take Cindric at plus 5,000.
All right, sir. I have you down. Senior King, what you got?
I'm looking here. Now, how bad is it? Did we say Almirola's in the mids?
Yeah.
Or did we say he was on the longs?
He was in the mids. I thought about Almirola.
He's the last mid. By the way, I was going to check and see top 10 price because that's what we're pricing as far as these guys go as well.
I forgot to look that up.
On
Cindric.
Cindric is at plus 100 on
I've got that.
DraftKings.
That's what I've got. Yep, looking right at it. So okay, so he's plus easy even money to finish in the top 10. All right, very good. So sorry, Chris, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm just reevaluating where I want to go with this one because God knows that these numbers are all terrible.
Just take Kurt Busch already, and we'll move on.
I can't stand Kurt Busch.
I know you can. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to go back to Eric Jones. I know he hasn't run well here lately, but in his first 4 races at Phoenix, he had 3 top 10s, including a top 5. His average finish is 16.8, which isn't terrible. He's got 4 top 10s and 11 runs, and at plus 8 zillion. He's plus 6,000, I think, at DraftKings.
I've got him at 60. I got him at 60. I got him at 66.
Okay, that's even better. And at DraftKings, they have him at plus 200 on the top 10. I'm not sure if he comes up any better anywhere else. But I'll take a flyer on Jones. He raced well for me the last time I picked him. hopefully, he won't pull a Blaney the second time around.
Did you say plus
I'm
200?
automatically
you say plus 200 on it?
anti-Jones because he screwed Scott and I last week by spinning out with 2 laps left.
Okay, well, I'm anti-Cindric because he screwed Blaney out of winning at Daytona. So we're
That's
even.
fair.
And Bubba
That's
Wallace.
fair.
So you say
Well, nobody cares about Bubba Wallace.
plus 200 on the top 10?
Yeah.
By the way,
Zach,
I found plus 115 for Cindric for top 10.
all right, very good. Zach Vaughn laying out some Xfinity picks for tomorrow. Allgaier, Gragson, or Gibbs tomorrow in Xfinity.
I blindly gravitate towards Gibbs in like every race because I don't know much about the Xfinity series.
Very good.
I really have not done much research on the Xfinity.
So, okay. So here's the deal. I was going to take Eric Jones, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. I don't want to double up again. I'm tired of doubling up. We all
take Stenhouse for the memes.
I am taking Stenhouse for the memes.
Let's
yes,
go.
I absolutely am. We make fun of him a lot, and he does wreck a lot, but
he's good before he crashes.
That's the thing. I'm just it's like a team that they come out and they play a good first half, and the next time they play a good second half. If they ever put it all together, Recchi Spinhouse, he's going to be right there. So give me Recchi. I'm going to take Recchi, and I've got him at plus 5,000, and I've got him at plus 170 for top 10. Can anybody beat that?
That's what I'm seeing at DraftKings is plus 170.
All right.
I see 195 on FanDuel.
All right. And I'm not even going to write Spinhouse. I will write his real name.
Whoa, look at you.
I know. I don't
Professional.
I don't want to jinx it. So we'll see what happens there, boys. I think as far as actual quality of race car drivers, he's deserves to be at least in the mids.
Yeah.
I think we're getting value here with him. Again, you don't get paid if you don't get to the checker. So we'll see what happens. But just for the memes, as the kids say, give me Recchi Spinhouse at plus 5,000, plus 170 to make the top 10. Well, let's
JC,
see.
it makes sense that Stenhouse used to go out with Danica Patrick because they both are experts at crashing. So,
wow. Wow. Okay, buddy. Shots fired.
I thought Danica did a good job in the booth last weekend, though.
I had the sound off.
I thought she was actually not bad.
Sorry.
But when it comes to driving, I don't think it's a hot take to say that she was a pretty atrocious NASCAR driver.
She was good.
Well, let's face it, she was no Harry Gant.
Yeah.
I was going to say something extremely rude about having a Harry Gant, but that's probably not going to work. Okay.
That's a story for another show.
Let's go to matchups here. Chris, I'll let you kick off. What you got?
Well, since I'm already taking Hamlin to start, I'm going to take Hamlin to finish ahead of everybody's favorite Joey Logano there at minus 110. I hate Logano. He ranks right up there with the Bushes. Personally, if he crashed on lap 1, I wouldn't cry about it. And I just think Hamlin is due. Like I said, he should bounce back here. Hopefully, this won't backfire like it did last week, where his transmission blew out in the middle of shifting on a green flag pit.
He had a good car too.
That's the problem. And then it blew out on him. So I'm going to go with that. Like I said, it's minus 110, so it's even money.
Okay. What you? All right. Tell me that again. But sorry, I was looking at something.
It's Hamlin over Logano.
Oh, I got you. Yep, 110. All right. Skeeter, what do you got?
So, unfortunately, I didn't find many great matchups because we looked at the odds for all the favorites and they're pretty close, so I didn't see much value there. So I'm going with a bit of a mid-tier, long-tier matchup here.
Okay.
It's going to be between Kurt Busch and Chase Briscoe.
Ooh.
I'm taking Kurt Busch, minus 115 on DraftKings.
Oh, he's minus 110. He's minus 110 on DraftKings on my book.
Oh, he's minus 110 now?
Yeah, he's 110, so is Briscoe.
I guess that moved on me. In fact, I see a minus 125 by me. So
yeah, I
don't know.
It still says 110.
They're giving Scott
Okay,
they're giving Scott those shit lines.
Apparently, it's minus 110 on DraftKings, but only sometimes. Either way, you're looking at Kurt Busch.
Russell said he'll take it at minus 125 because he doesn't care.
Well, I had 115 originally capped, but either way, Busch just finished top 16 in each of his last 6 races here, which is the definition of mediocre. Briscoe's raced here twice. He's finished 35th and 22nd. If Busch finishes top 16, that's probably good enough here. I'm just going to fade Briscoe. I'll take Kurt Busch at minus 115.
All right. And I'm going to take Christopher Bell over Alex Bowman. I was talking about him earlier. I like his background here. He's more accustomed to flat track racing. Christopher Bell has had some good runs this season. Hasn't been able to put it all together. I'm putting a lot of my eggs in a shitty, torn up basket that absolutely could rip through the bottom at any time on my way.
Well, that's the boat.
I'm dancing home.
I'm back in Kurt Busch.
Yeah, that's. But you know, Kurt Busch, he's hanging around the alligator blood. You know, he's always there at the end.
Yeah.
So you know, he pencil him in for a 12-13 finish, something like that. That's pretty much what you're looking at. But I'll take Chris Bell. You know, his buddies call him Chris. I'll take Christopher Bell over Alex Bowman minus 115. Either
his
side.
buddies call him Chris, so you just reverted back to calling him by his full name.
Exactly. I guarantee you when I cuss at him, it'll be Christopher Bell. God damn it.
He was letting people know that he's not his buddy. I think that's what he was going for.
I was gonna say he must have dropped you from the text chain or something.
Yeah, I've been left out of the new chain, so I'm not thrilled about that. I got to be honest with you. So, yeah,
are you guys actually like excited for this upcoming race?
I'm never excited about Phoenix. The track doesn't.
Yeah, Phoenix
doesn't lend itself to very exciting racing. You?
Yeah, it's definitely not like your fun tracks like Bristol and Martinsville and
Bristol's the best. I told you that's my bucket list night race at Bristol. That's.
I mean, I feel like when it comes to boring tracks, you always got to keep an eye on Truex Jr.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I decided not to go with him just because I was going to take Larson. Any reason why you guys didn't go with Truex? I know that he was pretty good. Scott and I had him last week. I don't think he was going to catch Kyle before the caution.
Right.
Probably would have finished second.
Mm-hmm.
Any reason why you guys didn't gravitate towards him?
You know, I really was just trying to change it up. I was trying to capture a driver that I thought we hadn't played yet, and that's probably it more than anything. He has had some nice runs at this track, including a win. So, I
believe last year he finished first and second in the 2 races here. So,
there were 2 races. That's what I was going to say. Otherwise, that'd be hard to do.
But I'm saying he finished first and then he finished second in the other one. But curious about Chris. Is there a reason why you took Hamlin over his teammate?
I just, Truex is so inconsistent because he'll turn in a good race like that, and then he'll go, 7 or 8 races where he doesn't finish anywhere near the front of the field.
Mm-hmm.
I just, Hamlin's issues right now, I think, are correctable. Truex is just like this all the time, and you can't fix that.
Yeah, okay.
Carlos Rodon to the Giants, and so it begins.
Mm-hmm.
And so it begins. Chris, you a baseball guy?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I was telling Chris we should have had him looped in when we were watching the Dodgers game, because I know Dave and I had the under in that game last year, Scott, that went to, 14 innings or whatever?
Which one?
The late-night Dodgers game where we were all texting together about the...
against the Padres that went to like 18 innings.
Yeah.
I live bet the Dodgers. That's a fun time.
That's right, because I know we all had action on that. So,
yeah.
Anyway, we'll get you looped in. We're looking forward to baseball. But for now, we're looking forward to racing. Even if it is on one of our least favorite tracks, it's Phoenix. Let's get it out of the way. Take care of them tires, boys. You know what I miss hearing? Tighten up those belt straps and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing,
I miss
boys.
boogity, boogity, boogity more than like anything else for race day.
No question. That's going to be a lot of fun seeing what's happening in the silly season. By the way, we didn't even talk about it, Scott. Congratulations to fucking baseball on getting it settled. Good God. Way to go, guys.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, they finally managed to get it out of their own way.
I'll take a couple of random doubleheaders in there. 9-inning doubleheaders.
I like it.
For the hell of it.
I like it.
I'm just glad that they got rid of the extra, or putting the guy on second base in extra innings.
You like the Ghost Runner?
No.
It's ridiculous.
This isn't wiffle ball in the backyard.
They got rid of that. They have the universal DH now. You have
I hate that
clock.
too.
Get rid of the shift.
I don't really know why they made the bases bigger. I don't really understand that idea, but the rest, I mean, sure, whatever. I mean, they're going to be banning shifts in a couple of years, which I think is stupid.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna talk about that like when we do our baseball preview show. But
I hate the universal DH myself. I've always been a National League fan. I like the strategy of the game, and now you just stick, some random guy like Kyle Schwarber in there who's going to be a DH.
But how is Pujols supposed to get to 700 if they don't have a DH in the National League?
He can go sign with somebody in the American League.
Well,
There's some bad teams there that need guys.
I'm a fan of unders, so I don't like it. But yeah, anyway.
I think the
Orioles. I personally like it, but I'm biased because
you've never known any
while
different.
back, one of the Yankees best pitchers, Ching-Ming Wang, got injured running the bases. And since that point, I don't want pitchers running
That's
the bases.
his own damn fault.
I agree.
Correct.
If you're not
I
gonna...
didn't say that it wasn't his own damn fault. I'm just saying
Okay.
I want to see the pitchers pitch and I want to see the batters hit.
See what you
That's
did,
how
Tim?
that's how I
You see
look
what
at
you see what you did? You started us down the baseball path.
Rant.
You started
Rant.
us down the baseball
Yes.
path.
Rabbit
So,
hole.
That's all right. All right,
And
guys.
I find it funny. That's the first time anybody ever said Ching-Ming Wang was the best at anything.
For the Yankees, for a couple of years, he was, which tells you why the Yankees weren't very good in the mid-2000s.
All right, boys. We'd love to keep this going, but it's the NASCAR show, so we're not. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, all you baseball fanatics. Now it's NASCAR. We're gonna have some fun. Let's turn it around, boys. You ready? Let's go cash some tickets. Just to review really quickly, I have Hamlin. Chris has Hamlin, and Scott says Larson. He's due. If you run it 4 times, he's going to win.
Unless Keselowski wrecks him all.
Well, the last 2 races, he won and he came in second. I don't know if he's due. He's just very, very good.
I will save you the time. We all 3 have Harvick at plus 2,000 on the mid to finish in the top 5, or top 5 at plus 200. And we do all over the board as far as the top 10s. I have taken a Recce Spinhouse to get off the Schneid at plus 5,000 to win, plus 170 for the top 10. Scott's going back to the well with Daytona winner Austin Cindric at plus 5,000, plus 150 top 10. And Chris is going to Dr. Jones at plus 6,600, and he is
like Dr. Jones.
plus 200 to finish in the top 10. As far as matchups goes, I've got Christopher Bell, flat track specialist, over Alex Bowen, minus 115. Reichel is Kurt Busch over Marlon Briscoe. There's one for you. This one for you, Chris. Minus 110. And Chris has Harry Hamlin of LA Law fame over Joey Logano at minus 110.
Yeah, it's too bad he's not beating A. Martinez, but what can you do?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, so everybody have a good Susan Day. Thanks very much for stopping by. We appreciate it. Until further notice, we'll do this every Friday. NASCAR show. Don't forget to check out Chris's show every day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, just parlays.
No, we're at 2, remember?
Oh, 1 p.m. Central, sorry, 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're the guys that got moved.
And followed briefly, we're going to be doing handoffs. We're going to be doing handoffs like the baton next week. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing crossovers. I'll be stopping by Chris's show to go, hey, you know what we got going on over there at Heading Back to the Window?
At that other show.
That's right. And Chris will be poking his head under the curtain as Allie does her thing. Well, that didn't sound right. He'll be dropping by Allie, the end of Allie's show. You guys know what I mean. So anyway, it's Friday. I'm goofy. It's done. Now all I have to do is,
Take note that doesn't explain the other 6 days of the week, but at least he's got an excuse today, folks.
There you go. So you guys have a great day. Good luck on all your plays. Good luck on all your drivers out there. All right, guys. Let's make some money. Let's have some fun. We'll be doing it again Monday. The full slate here at the Max Wagers Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.